The objective of this lesson is to model division of a whole number by a unit fraction. In this lesson, students will work with word problems that focus on two different division problems, partitive and quotative. With partitive division, the number of groups is known, but the size of each group, or the quotient, is unknown. With quotative division, the total number of groups is unknown, but the measure, or the number in each group, is known. Let's take a look at our first two problems. Which problem represents the partitive interpretation of division, and which one represents the quotative interpretation? Our first problem is $6 paid for 3 lunches. The cost of each lunch was the same. How much did one lunch cost? Our second problem, I have $6. If each football costs $3, how many footballs could I buy? The first problem represents $6 divided by or shared with 3 lunches, so each lunch costs $2. This is the partitive interpretation of division because we know the number of groups or number of parts, the 3 lunches. The cost of each lunch is unknown. In our second problem, we again have $6, but this time we know the size of each group, or that each group represents $3. This problem is an example of the quotative or measurement interpretation of division because the measure is known, or the amount for each football is known. Let's look at dividing whole numbers with fractions using our fraction circle models. Macy wants to know how many 1/2 hours there are in 1 hour. If we have our whole circle represent 1 hour, then our 1/2 circles represent 1/2 hour. How could we write the division equation that represents this word problem? It looks like 1 whole, or hour, divided by 1/2 equals 2. It takes 2 1/2s to make the whole. What if Macy wants to know how many half hours are in 3 hours? If we take 3 whole circles to model our 3 hours, how many half circles do we need? It looks like it takes 6 1/2 pieces, so we could write this as 3 divided by 1/2 equals 6. Let's try another problem. Edwin has 4 cups of caramel sauce. Each 1/3 of a cup is enough ice cream topping for 1 person. How many people can be served with this much caramel sauce? If we draw a bar to represent each cup and draw our 3 servings per cup, how many people can be served caramel sauce? How would we write this division equation? 4 divided by 1/3 equals 12. What if Edwin has 2 cups of caramel sauce? How many people can he serve? How can we use what we know from our first problem to solve this one? Since Edwin has half as many cups of sauce as in the first problem, we know there would be half as many servings. We can write our equation as 2 divided by 1/3 equals 6. The objective of this lesson was to model division of a whole number by a unit fraction. We met this objective by having students work with fraction circles and draw models to explain this process. They wrote the fraction division equations that represented their model and looked for patterns among the equations.